Hello everyone, my name is Ananya Rajput, a law intern at Lexis and Company. So today I'm going to talk about government contracts. Now every contract must comply with all requirements of the Indian Contract Act, and a contract with government is no exception. However, government contracts raise issues and problems which do not and cannot arise issues and problems which do not and cannot arise in contract between private individuals. If strict requirements are not prescribed by law for such contracts, clandestine contracts made by public servants may become very common. Article 219 of the Constitution of India, it therefore prescribes a specific procedure enabling the agents of the government to make contracts in order to bind the government. Article 299(1) of the Indian Constitution lays down all the contract made in the exercise of the executive power of the Union or a state shall be exercised by the governor, respectively. They are to be executed on behalf of the President or Governor by such person and in such manner as may be prescribed. Article 299(2) then provides that neither the President nor the Governor nor the person actually executing such a contract becomes personally liable under such a contract. Now, prior to India's independence, a similar provision was contained in Section 175 of the Government of India Act 1935, which provided that such contracts shall be made in the name of the Governor General and executed on his behalf in the prescribed manner and by the authorized reasons, like there must be some specific reasons and a reasonable reasons. Now there were three requirements of Article 299. It said the contract must be expressed to be made by, that is, it should be in the name of the President or the Governor as the case may be. Then it said that it must be exercised by a person duly by the President or the Governor, and such person must execute the contract on behalf of the President or the Governor in the prescribed format. Now, as we discussed, these conditions are cumulative in nature. If any condition is not complied with, the contract will not be enforced by or against the government, nor can any of these conditions can be waived by the parties. Now, it has been held that even when no formal document is executed between the parties, a contract can be spelled out from the correspondence, and if it complies with Article 299 of our Indian Constitution, the contract is enforceable. Now, earlier, the courts had taken the view that a contract which does not comply with the above requirements could nevertheless be ratified. Now, however, this view is not legally tenable, as held by Supreme Court in the later cases. A contract which does not fulfill the condition of Article 299 of Indian Constitution, it is considered to be completely void, and therefore it cannot be ratified by the government at any form and by any stage of which the contract will be. Now, the Calcutta High Court has observed that if a contract is not made in accordance with the above requirements, like which we discussed in the earlier parts of the video, then it is considered to be void. And just become some payment were made under such contract on the previous occasion is no ground for holding that payments become due under that particular contract also. Like if in the due course of the contract we made some payments regarding the contract, or some payments were mentioned in the contract, then also the payment will become due under that particular contract. So this was all about government contracts. Thank you.